Now, if it's about testing, it has been tested. If it's about working, we have seen it's working. The Maxwell Chikumbutso invention, the self-powered car, it's now working. So for the first time, Africa has produced something that has never been seen in the whole world for the first time, which means there is great minds in Africa. And this is not only just invention, it's a revolution. It is a revolution, not just invention, but a revolution.
So right now, we are working on that to put an assembling plant in Zimbabwe, to start with an assembling plant. They'll bring their expertise in making cars, we bring our expertise in energy. Then we combine the two. So from now going onwards, you can now get the machines.
So me, I love how Africans are doing. I really love how Africans are doing, and I really love how Africans are working out to prove to the world that actually we don't need the world to survive. We don't need everybody to survive. We don't need all these people to survive. I love how Africans are doing. I really love it. I really love it. I don't know what you think about Maxwell Chikumbutso. This is a guy who just came up with an invention that has never been seen before. An invention that is outstanding. Oh my God. Can we clap for Maxwell Chikumbutso? Maxwell Chikumbutso is a man to watch. And now I believe that everybody should protect Maxwell Chikumbutso, starting from the government of Zimbabwe, from all the governments of Africa, all the states of Africa, because this invention is going to lift Africa as a whole. It's not going to lift Zimbabwe alone. It's not going to lift Maxwell Chikumbutso as an individual. It's going to lift Africa. So Maxwell Chikumbutso, whatever he has done, it's very, very, very great. What are we supposed to do? We are supposed to support him. We are supposed to lift him. We are supposed to protect him, because Maxwell Chikumbutso now, he is an African property, an African asset, an African great mind, okay? An African revolutionary, because we are changing from now using the Tesla and all those things. We are having things in Africa. In Burkina Faso, we had an industry that is manufacturing electric cars. Okay, it's a local industry, so we don't need to import electric cars from the US or rather from the West. Again, we have the country, the industry in Africa that is working on the manufacturing or manufacture of the electric cars. So we have it in Africa. Okay, now we are having a self-powered machine. What is interesting about Maxwell Chikumbutso? Maxwell Chikumbutso has said he's going to work with other companies who are going to assemble the car, the body of the car, and then he is going to input and to install the machine, okay, the engine that is self-powered, okay? So he is going to work with other companies.
At a much-anticipated event in Harare, Zimbabwe, Maxwell Chikumbutso, the renowned Zimbabwean inventor, recently unveiled his groundbreaking microsonic energy-powered devices as promised. This unveiling has once again thrust him into the public spotlight, with some skeptics labeling him as a fraud, while a significant number of people continue to express unwavering faith in his innovations. This was clearly demonstrated by the impressive turnout at his launch event, which included attendees from as far as Europe and several other African countries.
Today we are the first people who have done that in the world. Like us or hate us, that's a fact. We have seen it, we have tested it. It was tested outside the country. It works.
It is important to note that he does not actually manufacture vehicles, but rather powers them with his microsonic device. This has been a conflicting point for several people, and it is only fair to make it clear. So if you own a car already, you can now buy and install his microsonic energy-powered device into your car, giving it the power to run without the need for any recharge or fuel. The same principle applies to other devices, whether it's a self-powered TV or a generator. Chikumbutso's microsonic energy-powered device can provide the power they need to function. And later on in the video, I will share with you how and when you can lay your hands on one of these devices. As per the plans for 2025, and how he plans to work with car manufacturing industries, Maxwell stated that they are looking forward to starting an assembly plant in Zimbabwe. But here is what is going to happen. A company will come in to manufacture the bodywork of the cars, and his company, Scythe Technologies, will be responsible for powering the cars with their microsonic energy device. This will be a game changer for Zimbabwe and Africa as a whole.
So right now, we are working on that to put an assembling plant in Zimbabwe, to start with an assembling plant. They'll bring their expertise in making cars, we bring our expertise in energy. Then we combine the two. So right now, that is what we have agreed.
In terms of how much these cars will cost, this is what he had to say.
Right now, I want to just give you a figure, which is not the total of the cost of the car, but I just want you to understand that car which is outside. We are looking forward to manufacture 100 cars at 14,000 each. That is the cheapest car. So even if you spend it at 20,000, but if we do a retro kit for you for $20,000, it doesn't make sense. Because what is very expensive is the DC to DC converter, the powertrain, depending on the electric motor that we are using, and the torque that you want. So it can even go to 60,000, even to 100,000. So it doesn't make practical sense that for you to just buy a car which is coming as a full solution.
As to when these cars and microsonic devices will be available for you to buy and how to get them, Maxwell also had this to say.
We have started commercial. We are in the commercial stage. Starting from tomorrow, we've got small machines. Most of them, they've been bought with these guys who came. We've got guys from DRC. He bought some machines as well. We didn't have much, but right now we are now in operation. And whoever who wants a machine can now get it. We've got our distributor here in Zimbabwe who is going to be handling all the sales in Zimbabwe. So,
and I'm hoping, my prayer is these companies, many other people in Africa should come up with companies of assembling now the body of the car and making that body of the car, so that everything would be happening here in Africa. We need to have it here in Africa. Leave alone those the Chinese companies and Western companies. No, we want to have these companies here in Africa, so we can be able to do all our things here in Africa. Otherwise, for now, congratulations to Maxwell Chikonbuso, because what he has done is very, very, very wonderful. Very wonderful. We love him so much. We are protecting him, and we are praying that God is going to take care of him, because he's an African revolutionary. Thank you so much for Maxwell Chikonbuso, and may God continue protecting him. Do let me know what you have to say in the comment section. I'll do my best to make sure I'm reading all of them and reply all of them where possible. Thank you so much for tuning into African Streamline.